Listen to the sound of the stars and the moon and the deep blue sea, and your waves they are crashing down on me, but your wind how it blows.
Hi everyone, and welcome to your first yoga video on our beginners sequence. Thank you for joining us today. And to start today's class, we'll be talking a bit about the correct alignments we'll be doing in yoga, and following with another couple of videos which will teach us a lot more about the basics of yoga. And as well, there's a couple of yoga props I would like to show you, and what these yoga props do, it's great for modifications and as well to get you correctly in the positions. So it's a great way to really deepen your practice. So first yoga prop that we have is a yoga belt, also a fitness belt. So these are used for a lot of our modifications, and if you don't have a belt, no problem, you can always use a scarf and make sure it's a nice length and it's a steady scarf as well for your positions. Then as well we have a yoga block. These two are the most common used in yoga. So a yoga block, also you can get it at any fitness stores. These are very handy in a lot of our modifications. For if you can't reach the ground for some alignments, it's really handy. And even in some seated positions, if you sit on the block correctly, it will help to straighten your back. So this is great. So the block you can use in high, medium or low. So highest, then if you're comfortable with that, you can see if you can go lower, then lower. And then if you're comfortable with that, you can see if you can go without the prop and use the ground in a lot of positions. So without further ado, let's get started. So today we'll be starting in a cross-legged position. In a cross-legged position, if you're not comfortable in this way, you can always put one leg behind you, if it's a bit more comfortable, or even put two legs behind you. Some people would like to sit like this, it's more comfortable for them, or if it's comfortable you can sit cross-legged, and if it's really too much for your legs, you can always just have your legs extended. You can as well sit flat on the ground, or if you want, you can get a pillow, or if you have a block to help straighten your back, you can use that as well. So getting started. So always before yoga, we do a lot of short meditations to really get your body and mind relaxed, so you're not just going into it really fast. So starting with our short meditation, so just getting comfortable. And as well, if this is your first relaxing meditation, then don't be afraid. You don't have to close your eyes, because for some people it's really hard to just completely relax. So do what you can. So we're starting by just bringing that awareness to our body, to relax our body. So we're bringing our shoulders down, slowly relaxing our arms, either having on the outside of our legs, on our knees, or having on the inside. So just getting comfortable here. And then our next thing is, after we've relaxed our body, relaxed our shoulders, relaxed our head, we're going to bring our awareness to our breathing. So for 4 counts, we're breathing in through our nose, bringing that awareness there, and exhale. Inhale. Exhale for 4 counts. And if you're comfortable, slowly closing your eyes and really giving that focus on your breathing. Just to relax yourself for a couple of breaths. And we're slowly making a rotation with our head. slowly coming up, down towards our chest, to the side and up. Slow circle rotations. And if you want, if it's more comfortable, you can keep your eyes closed as well. And changing to the other side. And slowly coming back to center, having our hands on our knees. On our inhale, we're straightening our back, opening our chest, and if you can, slowly looking up towards the ceiling. And exhale, we're rounding our back, chin towards our chest. Inhale up. Exhale, rounding. Inhale up. And last time, exhale, rounding. Slowly coming back to center, making a rotation with our wrists, warming up our wrists. And rotating to the other side. In yoga as well, it's very important before we start our practice, our whole body is nice and warmed up. So we're warming up our wrists, warming up our neck, warming up our back, our legs, our feet. And relaxing our hands down. If you've had your legs extended, you can stay there, or we're extending our legs and putting our feet up towards us. Really feeling that stretch in the back of our legs. Exhale, feet down. Inhale, up towards us. Exhale, down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, down. Slowly we're making a rotation with our feet. This will help our blood circulation in our legs. And changing that rotation to the other side. And relaxing, shaking our legs, getting rid of any tension. And slowly you're sweeping our feet beside us, getting comfortable here, and we're coming into an all-four position. So an all-four position is having our hands in front of us, knees down onto the mat, having our hands and our legs in line. So it's like a tabletop position. Taking a deep breath in here and deep breath out. And we'll be going into our first yoga position, which is called Child's Pose. So in Child's Pose, it's our resting pose. It's a great pose to use as well if you want to take a rest in any of our practices. So for Child's Pose, we're putting our legs further and we're putting our feet together. We're sitting back down onto our feet. Slowly we're extending our hands out very comfortably and slowly relaxing our forehead onto the mat. This is our extended Child's Pose, where we're having our arms extended. And if it's too much for your arms, what you can always do is go to our other Child's Pose and put your arms behind you, and again, forehead on the mat. So whichever one is more comfortable, either our extended Child's Pose or our other Child's Pose. And taking a couple of deep breaths here. Breathing in and breathing out. And slowly coming back with our hands helping ourselves up back into our O4 position, tabletop position. Taking a couple of deep breaths, and we're going into our cat-cow. Inhale, looking up, hollowing our back out. And exhale, we're rounding our back, looking towards our navel. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rounding. Looking towards our navel. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rounding. Now slowly coming back to center, looking straight ahead. And we're moving towards our right, just with our head looking towards our right hip. So keeping our body straight, looking towards our right hip. And you'll feel that stretch in the side. Coming back to center and towards our left, looking towards our left hip. Back to center and again towards our right. Back to center, and last time moving towards our left. And coming back to center. In our next position, we'll be going into downward dog. So downward dog is creating a triangle with our body. So taking your time with this position, going with your own limit in this position. So we're tucking our toes in. On our inhale, we're lifting our hips up, creating that triangle with our body. And you can keep your knees bent, but you want to create that triangle. Fingers nicely spread, staying here, or very slowly straightening your legs. Really taking your time, because it's a very difficult position to get used to. You really feel it in your arms and in your legs. So if you need to, keeping the legs bent, and when you get comfortable, slowly straightening your legs, and always keeping a microbend in your knees. Breathing in here and breathing out, and slowly getting comfortable by moving one leg and the other leg, really warming up our legs. And this will help you as well to get comfortable in this position, just moving from one side to the other side. And very slowly from here, coming back onto our knees and taking rest into child's pose again, legs further, feet together, relaxing down into our feet, extending our hands out and forehead onto the mat. Taking a couple of deep breaths here. And on an inhale, coming back onto our knees. And this time, walking our hands towards us. tucking our toes in, and if you can, lifting yourself up. So it's into a squat position. So just getting comfortable here. If this is too much, you can always come back down onto your knees. So finding that limit. And very slowly, with our hands, very slowly pushing ourselves back up, keeping our knees bent. And if this is too much, you can always come back up from here to just come back up like that. But trying to keep that slow from here with our hands pushing up and pushing ourselves back up, keeping our knees bent and slowly keeping our arms relaxed. And we're rolling our spine up, vertebra by vertebra. Rolling up. And when we're up, rolling our shoulder blades, rolling our shoulders. Up, back and down. And relaxing here for a couple of breaths. We're going into our mountain pose. So for a mountain pose, we're already grounding our feet. We're having our feet hip distance apart. So I'll show you from the front as well, having our feet hip distance apart. So where your hips are, having your legs and your feet in line with that. And if you can, slowly lifting up your toes to ground your feet down. Taking a couple of deep breaths here. And for mountain pose, it's very important to connect to your breathing. So we're inhaling, pushing our shoulders up, then back and down. And we're engaging our arms and our hands. If you can, slowly closing your eyes and focusing on your inhales and exhales. Breathing in through your nose and exhale. Breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And slowly coming down, relaxing our shoulders down. Getting rid of any of that tension. And very slowly we're coming back down. And really relaxing our arms and our shoulders again. This will help to get rid of any tension in your back, in your shoulders, and in your neck. And slowly from here again, rolling up, vertebra by vertebra coming up. Opening our shoulders, rolling our shoulders up, back and down. And slowly relaxing. And from here, very slowly coming back down into the mat. And relaxing our arms and our legs down. Extending our legs out, having our feet engaged towards us. And like our mountain pose, this time lying down, we're inhaling. Extending our arms overhead, keeping our spine long. And again, focusing on that breathing. Staying here for 3 to 5 more breaths. And slowly relaxing our arms down very slowly. For our next position, we'll be going into forward fold. So we'll be using our belt for this. So if you don't have a belt, you can always use a scarf. Putting our belt in front of us. Lying it down comfortably. And slowly to go into our forward fold, we're inhaling, lifting our arms up. Focusing on that breathing, and then very slowly what we're doing is we're folding forwards. Making sure you're folding forwards through your hips. So it's like you're creating that L shape when you're folding forwards, making sure you're not folding forwards through your back. So you're keeping your back straight. And exhale, coming down. And very slowly, your scarf or your belt around your feet. This will help to straighten your back. And exhale, coming down. Into our forward fold. And seeing if you can go a bit deeper very slowly, but with your hands walking more up towards your feet with your belt. And if the belt is uncomfortable for you, you can always put your hands on your shins or around your feet. So finding that comfortable limit for you, either on your shins, around your feet, or using the belt. The belt is really good to straighten your back into the forward fold. And slowly as well, you can look down or looking up towards your big toe will help to even straighten your back a bit more to keep that back straight into your forward fold to correct that alignment, and then when you're ready, relaxing your head down. This can be very tense on your knees as well, so keeping that slight bend on your knees. And slowly releasing our belt, and inhale, coming up. Arms up, spine long, feet engaged towards us. And exhale, bringing our arms back down. Putting our belt aside, and as well, for if you try forward folds yourself as well, it can be very tense around your knees, so you can always either use a little cushion under your knees for that support to get rid of that tension. So moving your legs, get rid of any tension. And slowly we're moving forward onto the front of our mat and moving back down into what we call Savasana. So having our hands in front of us, feet engaged towards, and very slowly we're rolling our spine down, rolling our back, Extending our arms over our head for full body stretch. And slowly with our knees in towards our chest, with our arms hugging our knees and rocking ourselves from side to side. This will massage your back. And then for Savasana, our ending pose, slowly relaxing our hands to the edge of the mat, palms facing up, and relaxing our legs, each foot to the edge of the mat as well. You can check your alignment as well, just slightly lifting up your head, checking your alignment, both feet to the edge of the mat, hands to the edge of the mat, palms facing up. And slowly closing your eyes, relaxing your whole body. Staying in this position for about 3 minutes. Relaxing your whole body. Slowly we're bringing awareness back to our body, wiggling our toes and our fingers, moving our hands and our feet, moving our head from side to side. Slowly extending our hands over our head for a nice full body stretch, putting our legs together. And on our exhale, giving a big sigh, putting our arms down. And one more time. Inhale, arms up for a full body stretch. And exhale, big sigh, arms down. Slowly bending our knees. And we're rolling over to our right side with our hands forming a pillow for our head. Staying here for a couple of breaths. And if you can here, you can open your eyes, but if you can, keeping your eyes closed. If you can here, keeping your eyes closed with your left hand. Slowly we're pushing ourselves back up, helping ourselves up into a seated position. Keeping your eyes closed if you can, and when you're up, putting our hands together, and we're rubbing our hands together, creating heat inside our hands. And slowly placing our warm hands in front of our closed eyes. Opening our eyes in the darkness of our palms and releasing our hands down. Namaste. Thank you.